Hi, this is Sassy Beauty 69, and I wanted to talk about relationships and living with chronic pain. And I just woke up from a nap, so I see I have like partial makeup on. Anyhow, I wanted to discuss living with chronic pain and relationships. And the issue is a lot of people don't understand what it's like to live with chronic pain. They don't understand our moods. They don't understand our limitations, and they don't understand the pain, the chronic pain that we live in, and or what we live through rather. And I believe that it's not only relationships with your spouse or your partner, but it's relationships with your friends and your family member. So how do you help these people understand? Do you help them understand by communicating with them? Do you help them understand by sharing literature with them about your disease and what you're living with? Or do you help them understand by inviting them to go to doctor's visits with you so they can hear it from the doctor? What are your suggestions? Well, I will tell you this. I was diagnosed in 2006 with fibromyalgia. So it's been almost 10 years. And during my battle with fibromyalgia, I have tried everything. I have tried everything by taking family members and my partner to doctor's appointments. I have sent literature and firsthand watching me suffer. What I truly believe is the only way that anyone will understand what we are going through is if they suffer from the same thing. So my point is, in my opinion, there's no particular way that you can get someone to understand what we're living through and get them to understand what it's like living with chronic pain unless they are living with chronic pain themselves. So does that mean that we stop having a relationship with people? No. Does it mean that we limit our relationships with people? Possibly. If it's causing stress in your life and causing drama, then it's a possibility that perhaps we should limit ourselves with certain relationships and certain people. Those that bring drama in our lives, those that bring negativity in our lives, and those that cause us stress, which will basically cause us to be in more pain. We certainly can't afford to be under more stress, because the more stress that we're under just causes a burden of pain. My other question is, are you still working? What is your relationship like with your coworkers and your boss? Are they able to understand? Are other coworkers saying that it's unfair that you get a lot of days off and you still have your job and you have yet to get fired? But if it was them, that person that's normal, that take a day off because they have the flu or PMS or need to take their children to the doctor, they would lose their job. So you still working and you run into these same things? In my experience, I was working, I had a lot of health issues, and I missed a lot of work. And there was never ever favoritism because I was sick. If I missed too much work, they would write me up and explain, here's the thing, if you miss more work, then we're going to have to let you go. So there was times when I was sick and I had to stay at work and had to tough it out. Then when I became so ill where I just didn't have a choice, I ended up losing my job. Should there be disability out there to protect us that we won't have to wait years to get it? Absolutely. Is it available? I'm sure it is. It's just fighting to get it. What about your relationships with your doctors? Do you have a good relationship with your doctors? Do your doctors treat you the same as your relationship with your partner and your family and your friends? They just don't get you. My relationships with my doctors, they just don't get me. Some doctors I've had in the past understood and they treated me well. But then when you move or change your health insurance, you have to start all over again. Then you have to become acquainted with this person, and there's a chance that they are not familiar with fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, or genital disease, or herniated disc, or you know anything that causes this chronic disease that we all suffer from. So, do you have a good relationship with your doctor? In my case, it's not a good relationship. So, when you're suffering like we are, every single person in your life, from waking up in the morning with your family, your spouse, your partner, to going outside of your home with your peers, work, your doctors, your neighbors, those are all called relationships. How are those relationships affecting you in your life? Are these people understanding? Do they understand what you're going through? Do they understand your disease? Do they understand you're not lazy? Do they understand that it's not your fault when you have mood swings? Do they understand that there's some times that you just need to be by yourself? Do they understand that you used to love to get a hug, but now sometimes hugs hurt? Do they understand that it takes a lot of energy from you just to get out of bed? Do they understand that the rain and the cold hurts you more? Do they understand that the hot weather, the heat, can overexert you if you're out too long? Do they understand that it takes a lot to walk up and down stairs? Do they understand that you have to keep water nearby because you're constantly drinking water now because your medication causes you to have dry cotton mouth? So you have to keep yourself hydrated at all times. Do they understand you have a loss of appetite, but you gain weight and you're at a plateau, but you're not exercising because you don't feel good enough to exercise, but you eat very little, and then they say to you, you don't eat. Why aren't you losing weight? How do you answer these people when they address you? What do you say to them? Do you answer them at all? What would you say to a man or a woman that is so much in love with their partner, their husband or their wife or their girlfriend or their boyfriend, and they said to you, friend, I don't understand what it is about him or her. I love them dearly. They just don't understand my disease. And it causes a lot of problems in our relationship. And it always seems to be my fault. What would you tell that person? What would your advice be to that person that's suffering? Because that person's already feeling insecure. They're already unhappy. Are you that person? Are you that person that's in a type of relationship like that? I am. I've been that person more than one time. What about your children? Do you have children? What do you tell your children when they want to play or spend time with you? Or they don't understand that You're just too tired. And they want you to make their favorite meal. And it hurts to just stand up in the kitchen over the stove and cook, or do any dishes for that matter. What do you tell them? These are things that happens in the relationships. What are your answers when these things arise? How do you cope with them? How do you deal with them? So these things suddenly bring you depression, give you suicidal thoughts, make you feel helpless, worthless, perhaps lazy, or you second guess yourself and say, they say I'm lazy, maybe I am. Or perhaps maybe I'm not that great of a person. Or maybe they deserve to be with someone that'll make them happier, because I can't make them happy. Is that the way you feel about yourself? Do you feel lost, like you lost the person you were before you became sick? You're still right here. You were never lost. You're right here. Just reach down deep and find yourself. You never left. Embrace yourself. You may not be able to bring yourself out as often as you like, but you're still there. Don't lose your soul to fibromyalgia. Don't lose your soul because you're lost in relationships and you don't feel loved. Don't lose your soul to chronic pain. Don't lose your soul. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please subscribe to Sassy Beauty 69. I miss you. Please look out for my Hangout broadcast shows. Look forward to getting to know each one of you. And I think it would be good that we start doing some Hangouts. So leave me a comment and let me know when it's good for you and when would you like to do a Hangout together. And we will do that. And please subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks for watching. As always, I love you for watching, and God bless you.